What's the deal with 2016? There's a pretty weird nostalgia wrapped around 2016, even though there's nothing too crazy that happened during that time.
Are you sure about that?
Free Shavakadu!
Why are you running?
Stop it. Get some help.
We're going to build the wall.
Get the fuck out of the room and play Minecraft! Oh my god!
I'm gay.
Accidentally swallowed a piece of the toy.
Home run!
This is for the sports bros. There were two upsets in the same year. Right before sports gambling was really took off in the 2020s-ish era, this was definitely something that flew under the radar to a degree. Let me set the stage. Football. The Carolina Panthers had a 15-1 record going into the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the 12-4 Denver Broncos are going into the Super Bowl. Granted, 12-4 is still a pretty great record with, pretty decent, not the greatest of all time, but still pretty good, but definitely not close to undefeated. And on top of that, they had a relatively older quarterback, little known man named Peyton Manning. So it's no surprise, but surely, right? The Panthers end up winning this game. Well, the Broncos won in a crazy upset. An American story for the ages of the underdog winning and everybody going crazy about it. Now let me tell you another story that happened around this exact same time. Maybe a little more exciting than the football one. There was a little known team called the Golden State Warriors of 2016. Now, much like our last story, this team was 73-9. 73-9. They only lost 9 of their 82 games. That's crazy for any sport. So obviously we're going into playoffs. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers were gearing up for the playoffs. Now the Cavaliers were getting their asses whooped in about the first 4 games. It was 3-1, but something snapped. Something inside of them just changed completely. Now the Cavaliers reached a new level. They went further beyond. Either the Warriors were getting too cocky, or the Cavaliers just had a crazy awakening where LeBron comes out of nowhere and carries and wins 3 of those games in a row against the undisputed GOATs of basketball. And it's yet another underdog story that, frankly, we Americans love underdog stories. So that's 2 in the same year. For our final story, let me tell you about a team that couldn't catch a break for not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not even a decade, but for 1 entire century, 100 years. One team that they said was cursed even. One team that people thought they were never, ever going to win another game again. Let me tell you about the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs were the first seed, the best team of the MLB that year. So they were a shoo-in for the World Series. But let me remind you, there was a curse. There was a crazy curse that was looming over Chicago. So after qualifying and meeting their opponents, the Cleveland Indians, they met their match. Game 1, Cleveland. Don't worry. It's a best of 5. Surely the Cubs make it. Game 2, Chicago. Okay, we're coming back, Chicago. Game 3, Cleveland. Okay, it's okay. Game 4, Cleveland. It's so over. They got 1 more game. Come on, it might be cooked. Game 5, Chicago. We're so back. Chicago's in the lead. Chicago's coming back. Not in the lead, but coming back. Game 6, Chicago. Okay, holy smokes, we might do this. We're almost there. Game 7. Who do you think wins it? Spoilers.
Home run!
Chicago, the curse is broken. 100 years of no wins, no World Series, nothing, nada. They win. Curse broken. They won by 1. Extremely close game. 1 lucky run. 1 lucky run is all it took in order to push us over the finish line, get the Cubs over the finish line, and really hammer in their status of the curse is broken. It's a good day to be a Cubs fan, or a good year. And I mean, they finally get a win. They finally get there. And you can't even hate them after that. That's such a wholesome victory. You can't, most of the time, you go to the finals and you're like, well, Brady's at it again, or Mahomes is at it again. But here, come on, you can't be mad at the Cubs. Come on. Now, to talk about the most underrepresented class of people, this year was an amazing year for gamers. For the gamer, the average gamer. We saw so many good games come out of 2016. It's not an understatement either. I had to look up what came out in 2016. I forgot. I lost track of every single banger. So let me start from the top. First quarter, just warming up. Nothing too crazy. Just some hot indie games, I mean, they had Darkest Dungeon 1. It's all right. Firewatch. I saw Markiplier play it, And this little known game called Super Hot. One of the most addicting shooters that came out this year with the catchphrase, time moves when you move. Meanwhile, at the same time, AAA studios weren't sleeping. EA came out with Garden Warfare 2. This was the pinnacle. This was the pinnacle of gaming. And on top of this, all you ADHD riddled Gen Alpha-ers or whatever, Rocket League. Rocket League hit the shelves, brother. You're driving around now and hitting things out of the freaking park or goal or whatever Rocket League is, dude. Jixie's career came from this year, dude. I kid you not. Clash Royale was the biggest mobile game hit in the longest time. And the game just got revived and everything and then it killed again. But it's okay. It's okay. To cap off that segment, Dark Souls 3, everybody had to get good. So already, we're starting off pretty easy, nothing too crazy except two extremely addicting games, Clash Royale, which we still see today, and I bet a lot of you spend a lot of money in, but who's counting? Quarter 2, boom, May 10th, greatest story-driven action-adventure game to come out to critical acclaim. Naughty Dog does it again, creates Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Nobody really talked about that, except that everybody talked about it because it's peak, I guess. Everybody likes Nathan Drake, Magic the Gathering did a collab with all the Sony games and Naughty Dog, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. And then what are they gonna do now? Boom! May 13th, Doom 2016, Doom 1996. That's my father's game. My father grew up playing that game on his fucking 2090, not even 2000, 1996 Windows, 96 Windows. Are you kidding me? But who cares? Same quarter. I don't know why I'm here, but I must kill. That's the tagline of Doom. I don't know why I'm here. All I know is I kill. And I have nothing else to say about Doom 2016 except it led to Doom Eternal, Doom Dark Ages, changed a lot about what people thought about the gaming industry. People still there's still a demand for just straight gameplay. No story. It doesn't matter. Doom 2016 came out. Uncharted 4 came out. I had to buy a PlayStation 4. It don't matter. But surely, quarter 3 didn't see anything crazy come out of it. My wallet's begging me. Please, no more games. Pokemon Go. Let that sink in. Little girls finding dead bodies on the side of the road. But, dude, come on. Need I say more? This app forced you to touch grass. You the gamer. You the sweaty gamer right now. I mean, I guess you're not that sweaty. I bet you showered today. But hell, I'll put this into perspective. My oldest brother asked me, hey, you want to go catch 20 Pikachus nearby? Of course I want to catch 20 Pikachus nearby. Surely, quarter 3, we just stayed outside all summer and caught Pokemon. Quarter 3 was pretty good. This isn't even the craziness yet. Let me tell you about quarter 4. Quarter 4 saw the most hyped game of 2016 I can remember. Do you remember the trailer? Do you remember seeing the big ass blimp come out of nowhere on top of the plains or mountain ranges of Italy, blasting the Seven Nation Army hard bass fucking, I don't know what that genre is, but the Five Nation Army remix? Can you think, let that sink in. I remember when that game came out. I remember when that trailer came out. E3 2016 was nuts. And I sat there and I was like, holy crap, this isn't even including Fallout 4, I think, came out this year.
Fuck no.
Or got delayed this year. Either or. Dog, people waited a lifetime for Fallout 4. Battlefield 1 came out and just was swinging. I stayed up till midnight multiple times. Midnight, yeah, sure. 2 a.m. playing this Battlefield 1 game that everybody liked. I was in the trenches. I was yelling at people while running my bayonet through their throats or whatever. Staying prone, camping. I can't think of another first-person shooter game that people love. We're so excited for outside of maybe Halo Infinite. Maybe. I have no clue. Honestly, I feel like games kind of fell off. Sorry. Shout out Elden Ring. Shout out all the other games. Shout out all the gamers, but come on. Honestly, think about the last time you saw a Battlefield game that was oh yeah, everybody unanimously agrees that holy crap, this is the greatest thing known to mankind. So ever since then, I haven't felt so much hype for an entire year's worth of games, or at least even felt the level of weight. Black Myth Wukong came out and then left. Lies of P came out and then left. What's another game? I can't even name it. But next, social media. What was YouTube like back then? 2016 YouTube? Let me take you back. Bullying kids online. It was probably the most unhinged time of the internet. A bunch of people just yelling slurs. What the heck happened? Were people just like telling other people to game in themselves? And like nowadays, you can't even touch what edgy YouTube was in 2016 with like a 5-foot pole. It came to a close way later on, but that was, for me at least, that was like my life. I remember waking up every day and just doing that. I remember having a friend come over and being like, you want to watch Pyrocynical on the YouTube TV? Come on. Every day there was something crazy happening on the internet, like whether it's like crazy people or I don't even know, man. Let me give you a rundown. Coming out of gaming YouTube, all of a sudden channels just started popping up like nothing, like just brain rot. It was brain rot. Just people like no-chinned guy with an obey hat, 2 weed blunts coming out of his nose, talking crap on kids online, like getting canceled at the same time, coming back, and then just like, this person is literally insane. We can't not talk about this. We can't not talk about 2016 YouTube at this time. Now, my 2016 YouTube experience is probably very different to a wide majority of people's. There's a lot of people that experienced different things in 2016, you know. There were normal people, and then there was me who sat there and kind of just watched YouTube and came home from like middle school classes to watch, like I said, same guys go, literally crazy. This girl is literally crazy for me. Like she's literally, whoa. I will be shameful enough to say I bought the t-shirt. I couldn't escape it. I was a very dumb 13-year-old. But we just like we can't not talk about this. Every day something brain rotted. Every day the word literally went farther and farther away from the book definition. And so many people saw like YouTube careers. And right now I'm doing the same thing. I'm recounting it. Like I can't even express like how big the commentary community was of just people sitting there and being like, this is my talent. Insult people on YouTube and throwing things at people. And let me tell you about something even crazier. You'd see someone like Filthy Frank exist. Filthy Frank's now a like pop artist. Most of the people that know Filthy Frank know him by Joji. They know him for A Glimpse of Us. They know him for Slow Dancing in the Dark. They don't know him for hair cakes, or humid cakes, or vomit cakes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. This guy was running around in a pink suit in the middle of New York City, in the middle of subways, humping random people like faucet cock, and sitting there and like shooting fireworks up their ass. Crazy. Name another time where you could have done that. That was the most entertaining time to be on the internet. I mean, at least I believe so. You can disagree with me if you want, but you're wrong. When are you gonna see this guy you get what I'm saying? Like, shooting firecrackers up your ass is crazy. Not up your ass, but like I guess at your ass. He has underwear on, so it's like still YouTube friendly, right? Right? This guy was just doing jackass but online, and talking about how much he hates girls asking for attention, you know, and just speaking Japanese and saying like crazy shit in Japanese. Name another time where you could have done that. Now, honestly, this next segment's just for the guys that were on this side of the internet, and I bet you're not even like thinking about the crazy beef that happened. Micro celebrity versus micro celebrity just going at each other's throats. Honestly, like, do you remember DJ Keemstar? Do you remember the mass cancellation of this guy in 2016? It's been 10 years since this happened. And I feel like the YouTube drama of now, I guess, is like chump change compared to this, you know? Like, people go to a boxing ring and it's like, why am I still getting hate? Why am I still getting hate? You know, like, come on. Let me tell you about how crazy that was. Every day it was like, my friend Grade A is going to make a video. I made a video. iDubbbz made a video. Like, and then we're all making videos canceling this one guy. Every week, or maybe not week, but month, content cop. What? Calling some guy no chin. Calling some guy as many slurs as a white man can say. And, well, I have nothing else to say, but remember that? The member berries are real for 2016, I'm not going to lie to you. And, you know, I think that right now, 2026 sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Embracing 2016 means so many different things to different people. Like, we have so much nostalgia. There's so much good to come from it. Like, that year was maybe not the greatest of all time. I won't lie to you. Bullying people online is never a good thing. However, you can't deny the fact that there's a real level of nostalgia for all this stuff. There's so many people out there that remember this year for so many different things, so many different aspects. It's really interesting, to be honest. I think that 2016 is the embodiment of looking forward to the next day. And let's go back to that vibe, I guess, of looking forward to the next day.